We were studying about the government assistance to small industries and small business units, and these government aids can be divided into mainly two categories, that is institutional support. Okay, institutional support we have studied. There are different institutions made by the government, and even private sectors are there, so in order to help the small industrial units. Okay. Then next one more category is there. Second B category of that is called incentives. Okay, so that is what we are going to study today. Incentives. Special emphasis on the industrial development of backward, tribal and hilly areas have been the concern of the government of India, expressed in all the 5-year plans and industrial policy statements. Realizing that backward areas development is a long-term process. Several committees were appointed to identify the criteria for identifying backward areas and also to suggest schemes to take up the Herculean task of balanced regional development. The implementation of integrated rural development program is one such attempt made by the government to develop backward areas. The rural industries project program initiated by the government of India was meant to develop small business units in select rural areas. Though the backward area development program varied from state to state, they cumulatively represent a significant package of incentives to attract industries in backward areas. So, development of the backward areas is very much essential for the development of a country. So if one country is there and only one part of the country or the only city areas of that country is developing, then we cannot say that the entire country is getting developed. So only like less than 20%, 10 to 20% of the population only is living in the city areas. But whereas the majority of the population is living in the rural areas. So the development of every area, especially the rural area or the backward areas or hilly areas, so these areas also have to be developed. Then only the all-round development of the economy or all-round development of the country is possible. Okay, and the government has made different plans for developing these things. Then, so there are so many schemes or so many plans have been made, and there are some common incentives. Some of the common incentives offered are discussed as below. So there are some incentives provided, some kind of supports or incentives are provided by the government. So different types of incentives are there. What are these incentives that we have to study? First one is land. Every state offers developed plots for setting up of industries. The term and conditions may vary. Some states don't charge rent in the initial years, while some allow payment in installments. So the land, so if we see, for example, if you want to start an industry, we need a land. First basic requirement of starting up an industry is land. Land is required. After that, building is required. So such a way this is there. So the first whatever may be the business that we are going to start, we need a particular land for that. And if you don't have a land for that, then the government is providing, there are some industrial areas, so you might have heard of industrial areas. So these industrial areas are made, or government itself is allotting some particular land area for starting businesses. So the government, this land is belonging to the government, and the government will purchase the land in a bulk, and they arrange this land together, and they give this land to the industry, small scale industrial units. Okay, so they can purchase, they can take this land for like a lease, like contract basis, like for 5 years or 10 years, like that. So that much and all it is not given. Maximum 5-10 years and all only contract is made. So if you are making any, that is the government agreements and all are there. So if we are making with like government is making with some other big companies and also such a way, it is there. Okay, so this one is normally like if any company is taking up a business, so normally they make see, like if you are taking a land or this one, see, like for example, if you are having a land and if you are allowing this like imagine that Airtel. Okay, so they are coming and they want to start their this one like this dish, no? That what say that tower. If they want to set up the tower, so this tower, if you want to give, if you are giving the land for tower, they make a contract for some 20-25 years. Okay, so 20 years and around 80,000 rupees, 80,000 rupees something is given as like a monthly rent is given. Okay, so very high amount of rent is there, and there are some terms and conditions. See, like you cannot sell this property to any other person or such type of. So there are so many some restrictions are there. So 25 years, 20 years like that they are making this contract. So this government is also giving this land to the industrial units and they make contract for maybe like 10 years, 20 years, 25 years like that for a long period of time. This land will be there. So in this land they will get a permission and they will be able to make building or other type of establishment, whatever they want they can do, make use of that. Then next one, power. Power is supplied at the concessional rate of 50%, while some states exempt such units from payment in the initial years. So another thing is that the power supply, so the current supply is required, power supply is required. Most of the machines in the industries are working with electricity, and we need a continuous power supply. So and also see, like in the industrial units, they are using very huge amount of so much amount of power they are using, and if they have to pay the entire bill for that, then it is very huge cost will be there. So some kind of concessions are provided by the government for the small scale industries. Big industries have to pay the full amount, but the small scale industries will have some reduction in the so like 50% only they need to pay. So the total amount that they are supposed to pay, only 50% of that, and so even to some areas, it depends on the state. Okay, so different states will have different kinds of rules. This we are discussing about the common rules, but some states there will be slight variations will be there, and for different type of industries, like initial years, like for first 5 years they need not to pay the electricity bill. See, for in the initial years they are not producing. See, like they are getting established and they don't have like any production or sale and all is not there. So for imagine that if a company is starting, the first 2-3 years they will be making building, purchasing things and making the arrangements. So around 4-5 years time they may not be producing any output, or they may not be in a situation to get any income will not be there. So in such a situation also, if they have to pay the electricity bill and all, it will be a burden for the company. So the government will give relaxation to those companies for paying the electricity bill. The next one is water. Another important thing, water is supplied on a non-profit or non-loss basis, or with a 50% concession offer or exemption from the charges for a period of 5 years. So water, another requirement of industries are water. Water requirements are there. They need water for that, and this also in the initial years, for the first 5 years, the companies may give exemption, or sometimes some areas they are giving 50% discounted rate, or no profit no loss, means that like for bringing this water into this one, how much expenditure is there, that much only is to be paid to the government. Means like pipeline is there or pipe oil is there, so that motor working there for pumping the water, so that expenditure may have to be paid by the companies. Other than that, there are no any other expenses. Means need not to pay money to the government. Only thing is that the expenditure for bringing this water to the industry has to be paid by the company. You understand? No profit, no loss system will be there. So such different systems are followed. So free water or supply of water is made available. So huge amount of water is required. So industries are there. They are not like families. So in our family, in a day, some around 50 or 100 liter, or maximum some 500 liter water only will be used. 500 liter and all is not commonly used. So what we are using for some washing clothes may be there, or taking bath, some 10-20 liter water is there used per person. And washing clothes also some 10-20 liters of water will be used. So, and for cooking, drinking, everything together. So one person may be using around 50 liter water in a day, maximum or approximately. So if there are 5 members in a family, around 250 liter of water is required in a house for one family. Depends on season. Winter season, no water is required. No taking bath, no washing clothes. So there is no any. So that is why requirement of water will be very much less. 1 or 2 liter of water required for drinking. That's enough. And without that, any other issues are not there. So that is what. Okay. Okay. So it depends on the family and depends on the type of people that they are using. So there are different type of methods are used. If it is different according to the area, according to the type of people, according to the climate, the requirement will be less. But it is not the type case of industries. So for industry, huge amount of water. Imagine that if you like a car washing, so if a car washing industry is there or car washing company is there, so they need plenty of water. One car is coming for washing one car itself, some 50 liter water may be required, and in one day, and they are using that spraying thing. So that thing is using so much amount of water. Means it is very forcefully it is going. So the amount of water. See, if even though it is very thin pipe, but the amount of water spraying is very much high. Okay, so need a lot amount of water. So if another industries also, so different type of activities are there, and in the industries they have to use plenty of water. So the requirement of water will be very much high in the industrial units. Then sales tax, another important thing is there. In all union territories, industries are exempted from sales tax, while some states exemption for a 5 years period. So sales tax, if the products has to be sold, earlier this sales tax was there, now because of this GST, all the sales tax and all are exempted. Now this is not commonly used. Earlier there was sales tax, how much amount of sales are made, for that we have to pay the tax. Okay. Then next one, this one is, another one is called octroi. Most states have abolished octroi. Octroi means that we like the rent like we are to pay to the landlord and all that money that we are paying. So such things that is removed now. Raw materials, units located in backward areas get a preferential treatment in the matter of allotment of scarce raw materials like cement, iron and steel, etc. So the raw materials required, they need a lot amount of raw materials for manufacturing the products, and the government will provide some kind of priorities to the industries which are established in the rural areas. So for a supply of raw material in the city area, they can get the raw material from maybe from other sources also. Okay, so in the village areas or in the rural areas, it is not easy to get so the government is giving some priority to the people or the industries which are situated in the rural areas. The next one, finance. Subsidy of 10 to 15% is given for building capital assets. Loans are also offered at concessional rates. So 10 to 15% of discount is provided for a subsidy. Subsidy means that the government will pay the money. Imagine that if you are purchasing an asset or if you want to make a building and total 1 lakh rupees is required, you need not to pay full 1 lakh rupees, or you have to pay only 90,000 rupees, and 10,000 rupees will be paid by the government. So such a system. So LPG, and it's like even purchasing tractor and all. So like if you are purchasing tractor, like if you have registration in this Bahman Chini mill, and if you are purchasing a tractor, and if the cost of the tractor is 5 lakh rupees, then the farmers have to pay only 3 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees subsidy is provided. So such kind of systems are there. So government subsidies are provided, and loans. Even for the loans also, some concessional rates are given. See, like the normal interest rates are there. Like if you are taking loan from other institutions, then we may have to pay like 12% or 15% interest. And for these industries, so small scale industries and all, they will get the money in 10%, 8% and all like that. So lower percentage will be there. Then industrial estates. Some states encourage setting up of industrial estates in backward areas. So industrial estates means that I told you about industrial areas. So the government itself will make some area suitable for the industries. Okay, they take the land, they make the building, they give power supply, they will make all the arrangements for the starting up industry. So what are the things required for starting up an industry? All the things will be made by the government, and they will give to the small scale industries. So small scale industries can start. So according to our requirement, government will make all the things, and there will be plenty of industries, like some 20, 30 or 40 industries together, okay, nearby areas. So industrial area they make it, and they make transportation facilities will be provided, electricity, continuous power supply will be provided, all these type of things are made. So this starting up this industry in such an area is very much easy. So if you want to have such kind of a thing, then you can give application to the government that I want to have a particular industry, and allotment will be made. See, like imagine that one building is there, and for that building some 20 people have given request, then they will take lot and all, and or those who are giving like rent basis and all is given, so who are offering more rent and all, for them this will be allotted. So such a way this will be made. So it is easy for the entrepreneurs to start business in such areas, industrial estates. Then next one, tax holiday. Exemption from paying tax for 5 or 10 years is given to the industries established in backward, hilly and tribal areas. So some exceptions are given for the industries, especially the small scale industries started in the hilly areas or backward areas, rural areas, and around 5 to 10 years of exemption is given. Okay, holiday for tax, no need to pay the tax for first 5 years or first 10 years, depending on the area and depending on the type of the industry business that they are starting. To sum up, it may be stated that small business sector in India is getting the support of government through various institutions in different forms of for different purposes. Despite special attention being given to the backward areas, it is observed that imbalances in development are still there. There is a need to develop infrastructural facilities in these areas, as no amount of subsidies or concessions can overcome the natural handicaps caused by a lack of such facilities. So see, like even though there are government is trying to give so much amount of facilities like that, or so much amount of benefits are provided, but see, like as far as India is concerned, or in our own situations, if you want to make use of these facilities, we need to have some political support and all, so you need like political power is required, money is required everywhere. If imagine that if you want to get a loan of 10 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees you have to, or 2 lakh rupees you have to pay to the officers, so such a way, if you are getting how much amount of subsidy you are getting, more than that you have to pay for the officers. Okay, so such a way it is there, so people find it very much there is no much benefit in that. See, like imagine that you are getting 20 lakh rupees as a loan, and for that you have to spend 5 lakh rupees, and 2 lakh rupees subsidy you are getting. So 3 lakh rupees in your loss is there. So if you try to get it, these are the government benefits are there, but in order to achieve these offers or achieve these benefits, you need to have more political power and more financial support and all is required. So like a poor economical units or people in the those who are not having much money, all these things may not be able to start up businesses and all. It is not possible, or very small scale businesses are there that they won't be able to start up. And another thing is that there are big companies are there, very big already established branded companies are there. So these companies will be always trying to catch up these small scale industries. So they may not be able to survive like a competitive, so much amount of competition is there. Imagine that's like if a biscuit is there, one company is producing, imagine that we start a biscuit manufacturing company. Or imagine that achar, so we are starting pickle. So if you want to produce like in our area there was some friends are there, not this my auntie and all, some of my aunties and all, they started one factory like industry, not big industry like, but they are making pickle and trying to sell it. So see like 1 kilogram of lemon, how much is the cost of 1 kilogram of lemon? 100 rupees. Okay. So 100 rupees if 1 kilogram of lemon is costing 100 rupees, and you have some other ingredients are there. So you need your labor work is there. So much amount of works are there. So imagine that if you want to make a lemon pickle, nice one, it costs around 300 rupees for manufacturing. Okay, means 1 kilogram. If you want to make 1 kilogram of pickle, you need around 300 rupees expenditure is there. So if you want to sell it 50 rupees, means half kilogram of packet can be maximum you can sell it for 150 rupees. So if you make and try to sell it, if you just take only few very minimum amount of profit, you will get it in the you have to sell it at least for 150 rupees. And do you know what is the market cost of a half kilogram of lime pickle? It is around 80 rupees. Okay, 80 rupees. Okay, you will get branded companies like Goldie or Happy. Okay, so the cost of this one is just 80 rupees. Okay, so if I am manufacturing very healthy, very nice achar, if I am making and selling it for 150 rupees, but a branded company is selling it for 80 rupees, which one you will purchase? You will purchase for branded companies. You will purchase. You are not going because you are not knowing my name also, my brand you don't know, and the price. Even if you know, you want to purchase like you are knowing me and thinking like that you are about to purchase. Then also you think that about almost double price I have to pay for this. Just I was coming from Kerala to here, and I ordered just nearby in my house. Some of my mother-in-laws, some relatives are there, some friends are there, so they are manufacturing this one, and I ordered. I purchased 4 pickles, 4 packets, and I had to pay around 800 rupees. Okay, and I went to the market. Means I asked them on the last moment. I had asked them, so they were not telling that whether it is available or not. That we don't know. So I thought that what I have to do, I don't know. So I gave order. If it is available, we can purchase. And I simply went to the market and I found in a shop that these pickles were available. Okay, so this some famous branded companies pickle is available. And I purchased again another 4 packets. I purchased, and the cost of that it was around 350 rupees. Even means total cost of the other one 880 rupees something is there for when I purchased from the but the taste is different. Okay, you have to understand the ingredients used there and the taste is entirely different. So the quality is there, but mostly what happens, so people will be thinking that we are purchasing. See like this lemon pickle and all, how they are making. So lemon juice they are taking, So these companies are having their own other products are there. They are like lemon products are there. They take out the juice of that and they manufacture with that juice. They make another product and sell it. And the waste of this one is coming. So this lemon outer cover is there that they are using for making pickle. So then they will put it in this one and they will add some essence and so on and they make it very tasty. And so much preservatives and so on are there. So such a way it is made. Okay. So but when you consider, you feel that a very nice thing is there, half price only is there, very nice taste is there. Okay, everything is very nice. So such a way we may be purchasing the product. Okay. So these are the problems. Like if small scale industries are there, they cannot survive in the market because of these big companies. They are giving manufacturing product in a way, and also another thing is that they are manufacturing in a very huge quantity, very bulk production they are making. So when imagine that's like if you are purchasing 1 kilogram of lemon from our market, it is costing 100 rupees. Okay, but these companies we are purchasing from the market, so we have to pay 100 rupees here. Okay, but these companies, what they will do, they will go to the place where these farmers are there, where these lemon farmers are there. So they will purchase. So how much will be the cost of this 1 kilogram of lemon? There will be some 30 rupees or 40 rupees. Okay, so that much rupees only. So they will be able to purchase, and they are purchasing in very big quintals of tons of products. They will be purchasing, so they will get it in a very cheap rate. So we cannot purchase that much, or we small scale industries cannot purchase that much, so they cannot survive in the competitive market. The last topic is about the future. The present era is the regime of the World Trade Organization, in which the rules of the trade are subject to frequent changes as per global expectations. As a founder member of WTO, India too has committed itself to the policy framework of WTO. As a result, a small business is also moving away from the pre-liberalization era of protection. With the Indian economy getting integrated with the global economy, it is inevitable for the small business to gear up their capabilities to explore, penetrate and develop new markets. They have to steadily reorient themselves to face the challenges posed by increased competition domestically and internationally too. With their dynamism, flexibility and innovative entrepreneurial spirit, small businesses have to adapt themselves to the fast changing needs of the market driven economy. Government should reorient its assistance to small business sector by acting as a facilitator and promoter and not as a regulator. New strategies have to be evolved to foster partnership between large and small industries, adopt a cluster approach, develop a creative marketing, improve technological skills by upgradation, building export competitiveness by identifying the core competencies of the small businesses. So nowadays this is the world is changing into the World Trade Organization. So there are so many, like it is not business is not in one country itself, but business is with all every country is connected together. So World Trade Organizations are there, and we are also the member. India is also member of this World Trade Organization. So there are every companies are making mutual agreements. So like the India is manufacturing products and selling to another country, and bringing products from other country and selling it into our own country also. So in our market, if you go, you will get products from even other countries also. So product manufactured in other countries also are sold in our markets. So what happens is that when this will always increase the competition. So if India is dealing with within India only, then these small industries need not to compete with other countries. But see, like when other country, like imagine that if you see most of the toys that we are getting, toys, no? So most of the electronic products, all those nowadays these Chinese products have been reduced. But earlier, if you say like the toys that we are purchasing, you can say very small toys or very attractive toys are there, and they are manufactured with a very low rate. So the price of these products are very much low. So because of this Chinese technology, and they have a very less amount of labor cost. So they are like at your age, children, they start going for working. They go like they have shift system, like morning 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock they will study in the school, and afternoon they will go for work, and they earn their money for their schooling. So they don't get money from their parents for paying their school fees or purchasing their books, all these things. So they get their money by making themselves. They are not simply sitting at their home simply like that and depending. See, like in India, we can say that Indians are depending on the parents for I think all throughout their life. You can imagine. Most of the people, especially. So we are there. See, like if even see, like some parents, some children are there. They are up to the age, normally like children, they up to the age of 20, 25 and all, or before the marriage, at least they depend on their parents, and after that they start their own life, they get married, and they both of them will start income and they live like that. But there are some people, even after the marriage, the father is giving they are also not going, even after marriage they will not go for any job, they will simply sit at home, and wife also will be there at home, and the father is giving money for or giving the food for the son, and even the daughter also, means the son's wife also, So such a way it is there. So some people are like that, So they always, until the father dies, they are depending on their parents. But in foreign countries it is not like that. Okay. So at the age of like 10, 15 like that, these people, their children, they start depending on themselves. They go for the job, they earn their money, and they are depending on themselves. They need not to, they are independent. Okay. So no, there is no child labor. Means that it is not depending. It is, imagine that if I am going for a job by myself, it is not a child labor.
Sir, age limit also there.
Age limits are there, and the type of work also. Okay, see, like if imagine that if a work is given, if child labor means that it depends on the different. Like in India, if it is there, forcing. First of all, it should be forced. Another thing is that if it affect the studies or physical balances of the people. Okay, see, like imagine that if a child is given a job, and because of doing that job, if his studies are affected or his body is affected, if physically or mentally any kind of disturbance is made, then only it will become a child labor. Do you understand? So if I am interested, see, like you are of 15 or 16 years of age, and you are going and working maybe in like a petrol pump for putting petrol. So you need not to do much heavy work is not there. So you are not going for carrying big stones or things like that. So if the children are forced to work, mostly the child labor will be there when the children are forced to work in the imagine that brick factories are there. Okay, brick factories are there, stone factories are there, or mines are there, or such type of areas where they are forced to work, and by doing their work, it will affect their physically or mentally or emotionally in a way. If it is affecting, then only it is there. Fire, all this type of work, whatever may be the works that they are doing, if it is affecting them, then only it will become a child labor. As far as India is concerned, up to 18 years of age, we don't have what are doing. You keep your mask. This is your mask. Okay. So these are there. So because of that, the government will be have to give support to the people, and skill upgradation and other type of activities has to be done. In fact, the business sector should view globalization as an opportunity for its active participation as suppliers or of specialized component and parts. If small businesses are to maintain their market share and healthy growth, they have to create a level playing field for themselves. The long-term competitive position for the small business will depend on how well they learn to manage, adopt, and improve their competitive strength. In short, the mantra of success for a small business in this modern era has to be think global, act local. So the mantra, there is a topic given there. So this is a think global and act local. So means it needs a lot amount of, it is, as I told you, like when it is coming into the global world, the competition is very much increasing. So the level of competition is very much high when it becomes international. Okay, so there are some multinational companies, other companies are coming into our market. So it is not possible that small scale industries can survive in the market. Small products are there. So if it is only to be sold in India or in our area itself, we will be able to purchase. People will be ready to purchase. But if it is to be sold outside India, so some product quality should be there. Minimum quality level is there. Standard has to be maintained. Then only we can supply the product. So the companies has to come up to that level. Okay, so they need more work is required, more competitive spirit has to be there, then only upgradation in technology is required, all these type of things are maintained, then only they will be able to come up to that level. Okay, thank you so much.